girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done now. I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their
Chad, baby, what is cooking? I hope you guys are doing well. It is a very gloomy Wednesday afternoon here in the Bay, and I'm not sure about the rest of you guys. Maybe, I don't know, PE is there, but I think Joburg, Pretoria, I think you guys are also quite cloudy and rainy there, that side. Cape Town, I'm not sure what the weather's like there at the moment, but as you guys can see, it is just myself and Big B Bonang over here at the moment. The big thing for us today, obviously Miles is out of office. The man is having his tattoo finished, and that is pretty much it. Myself and Bonang are the two available, and I think there's more than enough. You guys will be locked and loaded and ready to go for today's stream. Bonang, how are you doing today, my brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, can't complain. Keys, Joey, sunny but cold. Hey, there we go. Alright guys, just let me know if the audio is good. A few of the settings look different, yeah, but it is showing alright on our sound levels. So just let me know if anything does sound a bit unclear, or if you guys need us to change or correct anything on that side. But Chad, obviously we just had to sort some stuff out, but we're here nonetheless and ready to go. How we're going to start off today, I'm going to obviously give over to Bonang to open us up with a prayer as per normal, and then we'll start getting into the charts.
All right. Let us pray. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Lord, we come into your holy presence this wonderful morning. We thank you, Lord, for the gift of life. We give you honor. We give you grace. Father, we give you glory for the gift of life that you have granted us, my Father. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, we are here this morning once again, back on the charts. We pray, Father, that you bless the work of our hands and open doors for us, Father. May we not oppose the markets. Father, we pray that we do as we shall prosper in the name of Jesus Christ, Lord. Whatever action that we do, Lord, may it lead us to prosperity. Father, I pray that you bless everyone on the chat. You bless everyone here today. Their money, Lord, let it multiply. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Beautiful, beautiful stuff there, Chad. Then, without further ado, I think we can open up these markets. And but now I'm going to give over to you first, my brother, to do your breakdown.
Okay, fine, no problem. Okay, let's quickly jump into it, and then we see how this market is like this wonderful day. I am on US 30 since as of yesterday. However, there was a bit of an opposition there, like I had explained, that this market is likely going to come all the way to that low there. So we're expecting this market then to bounce from this zone for this morning. We are seeing a new trading zone for the day. We have our key zone there printed for the day, and this is the key zone where we are actually executing buys. I would say where the price is currently seated, there is where we are entering buys, and we are targeting our entry area. Though we are bearish today based on the mathematics, we are targeting our entry area, which is the CV somewhere here. So from where the market is seated right now, we are entering buys, and we are targeting that level there. From that level, we'll be targeting a higher level of the day, and then from that higher level of the day, we shall see if the market continues going up or not. But nevertheless, guys, if you are to check overall, you know, buyers are losing it all the way. We are seated at all times, all-time highs, and the market is seeing some bit of bearish signals coming in. However, today's signal really has already played out. This was our entry based on the mathematics, and then this is our TP based on the mathematics. Now that we are seated at a key zone, though it's a weaker zone, however, we would buy from this level. We target that entry level. From that entry level, we target the higher level. If I'm to stop loss, my tightest stop loss will be 42,404, because I'm sitting at a very, very, very danger zone. That's more like catching a falling knife in that kind of a scenario. I'm sitting at a zone where the market is likely going to break that zone, continue going down, and cycle at least at this zone here, which was off the 20th. So let's see how the market behaves there. If I'm to enter trades, I'm entering at a slow pace, which means at a very micro pace there, accommodating the fact that this market may come to this zone and I continue scaling in. That means for the day today, this here will be my buying zone, all of it. Though to some of you, it may look like a stop loss or your stop loss, but for me, this whole area here will be my buying zone today. All this area here, I will be scaling in my buys, scaling in my buys. If I'm to say this market has really, really changed direction, I would want to see this market to break all the way the levels of 42,232. You see, if the market breaks this level coming down here, then I will tell you that no, for me, I am giving up as a buyer. Nevertheless, I'm still very much bullish. I'm still very much bullish as well. That means if the market dips in, I'm scaling in with another buy. If the market taps that zone of the 20th, which is actually a key support area, which looks like a strong support area, which is giving a signal that if we tap in there, we are still going to be buying. So we'll wait for the market and see how the market goes. However, we enter there in case the market doesn't dip in. We are in already. So basically, that's how I am on this US 30 for the day. Jumping into NASDAQ, still NASDAQ is giving me the similar situation. NASDAQ is giving me the similar situation. I saw another, one would say a weakening bull momentum. We went up, and then boom, we failed, and then we hit our stop loss level. As of me, as of now, as the market where the market is currently seated, I would say at that zone I will be entering buys. We are bullish today overall. Being bullish today overall, this is how I am, basically based on this market of NASDAQ. Roughly, I would say, let me put this quickly. I'm going to type in my entry level, just decisions. Best. So this is how I am on, or this is how I am on NASDAQ. We are bearish as well. However, we are sitting at a zone that I will call a support zone. So I'm buying, targeting that level there. That's how I am on this NASDAQ. There is a bit of noise from your side. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Kicks. I was hearing a lot of noise, so I couldn't hear if people are hearing me. All right. That's
All right, sorry,
basically
my
how I
brother.
am. No, it's okay. This is how I am on you. I mean, on NAS 100, guys. Basically, I'm buying from this zone here. This here is mounted or counted as my support area for this morning, and I'm targeting that 21,367. Remember, today's signal is sell. But based on the mathematics, this sell signal has already played out. The take profit has already arrived. Let me just do the mathematics just to see. Sorry for that, because I'm a little bit behind today. I had to do some cleanings here since I was not around. But then I'm just going to be quickly on I just want to calculate my target just to be 100% sure, so I don't give people things that are coming from my head. Those that are viewing must not be misled, or else will be sliced like chickens here. All right. 21. All right. That's basically where I am. Where is that? All right. This one. Just going to mark this level. So going to mark this level. That's 21 to 87.69. All right, looking at this year was the sell TP. So just hold on. Sell it's so I think I'm aligning very well with everything here. So basically, based on the structure of the market today, one would want to say we are buying from where we are, targeting that entry sell TP of the day, and then we target the CV. So we have got two take profit levels: buy from current price, take profit at 21,287, and then we also target take profit number 2 as 21,387 basically, and then all-time highs of the day 21,399. So basically that's how I am on this whole entire structure of the market in terms of NASDAQ. Let me say, we are to say, all right, then this market doesn't want to respect our buys. What are we going to do today, and how are we going to trade it? Guys, I believe that buys is very, very key for me this wonderful day. Currently, the market is doing what I call illegal moves. These illegal moves are simply outside our trading zone. Basically, we are sitting at a zone. If we break that that zone there, then it's illegal up until we come back inside there and we continue pushing up. So buying there is very, very key for me, and I would see and observe how the market goes. So I'm bullish on NASDAQ, I'm bullish on the US30, and also on gold. I am bullish from Thursday. I gave this signal. If you still remember, some of you were here as well. We entered here, the market came back inside, continued, and then yesterday we saw a good drive there. The take profit was already sent out as well to members. That is 33.44. That's where we are targeting there. However, we are already on break even on this trade. That's a winning trade for us, which is the golden signal there. Nevertheless, I think that's all from me. Kicks over to you, sir.
Hey, beautiful stuff there, my brother. Yeah, Chad, let's have a look here quickly. Let's get into it. All right. So let's start us off with the dollar. Now, again, guys, we've been talking about the dollar for a while, and as I said to you guys, I am now completely bearish and back on that momentum with that outlook with the dollar. So when we start going over here, I have completely turned bearish. So we'll see what's going to happen there now. And obviously, just with everything that's happened, we have the fundamentals aligning with everything. The charts are kind of there. The technicals are there. We spoke about, I just wanted to see underneath that monthly pivot. We wanted to see there. Now, yes, there was a little bit of a gap open. But the idea is we're going to see volume come in because we are going to start to target these lows over here. And then obviously back down to that yearly support level. So that's going to be the idea here for us with the dollar. So very, very simple. We're obviously going to base a lot of our structure with our other trades off of this. So we're going to see that momentum continue over here. We can on the lower time frames. So now when we start talking intraday trading and stuff like that, the idea of seeing this maybe have a potential pullback, obviously Asia highs, and even can close that potential gap. But at the end of the day, I do still see an overall bearish outlook happening over here. So very similar to what happened yesterday. We had the idea that this thing could have traded back in, came in for those Asia highs, and then to the end of the day took Asia lows and still closed bearish, as we saw. And that's going to be similar outlook here. We are probably going to have some grinding days purely because on the fundamental side we don't have anything. We'll have a little look here now if there is any news coming out today. But I think you are going to have that constant slow grind to the downside. Going over to the indices side of everything, this is where it gets interesting for me, guys. Now, as I said to you guys, this for me and yesterday why we said we want to be very careful with those bars is purely because the idea that, if you remember, we said to you guys, we took a previous day high, then turned around. Now, two things happen when we do that. We always talk to the guys that have been around here long enough. That means obviously we're going to go bearish and we're going to go target the previous daily low. Obviously, we didn't even get close to that. But in saying that, two things happen. Now, we always say this. In a low volume day, a low range day means we are opening up for a big range day the next day. So keeping in mind that we took this over here, we're having this here Monday, Tuesday, your fake outs, and then from Wednesday, continuation plays. So yesterday, I also said to you guys, when we looked at the idea that this was taking the previous high, this over here literally could have been your weekly high, the bullish high on the day. So when we start looking there at this aspect, that could be our high, and now we start to turn back because on a weekly time frame, we trade into this level. We still have to hold this bullish, and as we said at the end, we still want to be again very optimistic about the idea there is a gap down here that needs to be filled. So I'm not saying that's what's going to happen now, but I'm going to look at the sell side, and if we see this pressure come in, this is purely because of the economy and state like that in the dollar. So this is more of a technical mix with the fundamental outlook. Then I want to see this start to sell off, and we can have this come down. So if we go bullish, I need to see bullish volume, very similar to, I think it was Monday when we had Bonanga in office. You guys remember those bars? That's the type of volume we need to see if we want to go bullish. So for me personally at the moment, it is starting to look like that sell volume is going to come in. Where we're going to scale in on a possible sell, that's what we're going to have to look at. The first thing, obviously, you guys know with me, is if we drop it to the 5 minute, just obviously ignore Iron 2000's TPs over here. But previous daily lows is the target for us right now. You guys have heard me be a stuck record about this the last few days. If we've traded into this and we find a support and we reject, very simply, this is where I'm going to go buys, retest first Asia lows and Asia highs, then obviously the final target for the day, which then we can go bullish. But if we do start to trade here and we start to consolidate and eventually just break with volume, this is where I think those sells can start to come in. So really right now, this is that make or break. And we could literally have a replay of the few other days. So this could be that buying opportunity off of previous daily lows. So just keep your eyes out for that one. Going over to US30, very, very identical play. We obviously had a key area we had to first hold. Took out the previous daily high, making that turn around, and then trading back down. Same thing. Didn't actually take out the previous day low, so you could still be trading in for that volume. Now, again, same thing as I said to you guys. We just want to monitor it and see what happens. When we talk about candles, guys, now I think you guys have heard Miles talk about this quite a few times. People always look for structure in markets. There's still structure in candles. And when we always talk about for example, let's just say the EQ. The EQ of a candle is also very, very important. So, for example, if we took this massive, massive bullish candle here on the 4 hour and we go mark it out, there's obviously our EQ level over there of this candle, which shows there's a very good chance of, if we are going to retest to find support, we can find that retest come here. And you guys will also see that almost aligns with this level over here of where we have a bodily high, We've also seen liquidity being tested there, how there's resistance, and then eventually volume drove from that point to create a bullish momentum, which again all comes back to making that candle's EQ in line with that area of volume. So very, very interesting sign there for us to look at. That is a concept. So as I say, if this does start to hold you the 15, as we see it literally busy trying to print a sell, if the same thing, previous daily lows, if we hold here with that fake out, we're going to trade bullish. Asia highs, previous weekly highs, Asia lows, all these become our targets as we move up. But if we do fake and we hold here and consolidate and then break down, also seeing that daily S1, good chance this is where we're going to see that melting point come in on the indices. As I say, Wednesday is very much a continuation play. So if Wednesday, personally for me, if today we do sell and we do close bearish, this is almost the rest of the week we're going to close bearish. And then if we do, as I say, this is just the idea, if that does close bearish today, then very, very simply for me, we most likely are going to be going bearish till we get this gap fill. So we'll just have a look at that. And then obviously gold very, very much bullish now at the moment. We do just want to keep our eyes out for the idea that does this possibly see a little bit of a reversal coming in. Now, the only reason we say that, guys, is when we start talking about pullbacks. So if we take, again, I know you guys are going to see me pulling out a lot of tricks here that you haven't seen in a while. If we do talk about the fib over here, we always talk about the golden levels. So 61 to your 38, these are your golden levels, as I've marked them there. And you can see where we trade into right now is that golden level. So why I'm still neutral and haven't completely gone bullish is just the idea that literally we want to see what's going to happen here. Because this is where, again, could this have just been our pullback to continue dumping downwards afterwards? So again, if you caught the bullish move, that is almost like a perfect TP. But when we also go to the 4 hour, you're going to see, or we just start dropping down, traded very, very much bullish. We're really seeing that momentum start to slow down here. And then at the same time, on the 15, you guys are going to see the exact same thing, previous weekly high. So again, a lot of area of volume coming into play there. And the same idea, if we do break into this area of Asia highs, I do think this is where we have a nice level of volume. So if this breaks Asia highs into the Asia range, you could see it come back for that retest of the weekly R1. And once we get under here, starting to see volume, that's why I've got some alerts set here. We want to see something like this, where as it pushed bullish, it could push bearish. Then very simply, you're going to start targeting Asia lows. And that's why we also have alerts there, because we want to see if we can either catch that bounce to continue bullish, or if it carries on with volume, we're basically going to retrace yesterday's move. And we can see, again, very quick volume days, as we spoke about the idea that this could have just been that little bit of a pullback. So very, very interesting outlook for today. Pulling out a few little tricks out the hat for you guys. But yeah, I think today we could see some interesting moves happen, especially that Wednesday continuation plays. So we just got to monitor it from there. But Chad, that is everything from my side. Markets are open, baby. This is round 5. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
Round 1. Fight.
All right. But so you in those US30 positions yet? Oh, sorry, my brother. I think your mic's muted.
Yes, I was saying I'm running them already.
Okay, beautiful. I'm just going to quickly put on blind that you guys can see that those sniper entries coming into play over here again.
That's NASDAQ there. And then US 30. Let me just shift. What's happening with your mic? There's a lot of noise, like wind kind of a thing.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can figure out what that is. We actually had a little bit of issue with that yesterday. I'm gonna get Mo to have a look at it for us quickly.
I see. And then this is US 30.
Hello, fellow traders. It's me. I'm here to give you a signal.
Yeah, your mic is a bit sensitive. It captures voices from far.
Okay, give me 1 minute. I'm gonna mute myself. Let me just do a little bit of work. Yeah.
Who is this? No, Rex. It's not cold here. It's hot. There is a sun here. There's no cold weather this side. Are you feeling cold? It's not cold. It's just wind, but there's a sun outside. If I wear a jacket, I will sweat right now. You just reduce gain more. Gain. Yes. You just reduce gain. Gain. You see that gain more? Gain. The gain. Yeah, it's windy but not cold. That's true. Yeah, I can, but there's shh. I think you will fix it after the stream more. Sharp, my brother. Go and meet at the market. That's a beautiful buy there on NASDAQ kicks. Where are you? You are gone. Where is Kigen? He's not around. Okay. Hmm? I'm alone. I'm talking alone. Guys, chat. Those are beautiful buys. Those are beautiful buys. Oh, very sensitive. Is that sniper entry to poverty? Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, sniper entry.
Yes, sir.
Chad, I want your thoughts on something here. Okay. Not as a, I don't know. I'm sure some of you guys obviously do own businesses and things like this. But let's just chat about this quickly. if you have a company now, so whatever you do, whatever company it is, if someone never reached out, never did anything, now they come, and keep in mind, we're talking about a service, so we're not talking about a product that has warranty and things like that. You're talking about a service. A year later, now they come to you and say, listen, they were dissatisfied with the service. Can they get a refund? What do you guys think is the right thing there? A year later. I want to hear your opinion here, Chad. Hey, a year later, absolutely not. No, that's dumb. Because that's the thing, you never reached out. Like, you happily, we've always said to guys, if there was in the moment, 100%, but you don't reach out, there's no problem. But then also you tell us something's happened and you actually need money, and now a year later you're asking for a refund on something. You must go sleep. A year later is wild. Max 90 days. Have a business for 10 years now. There's a period surely that is considered fair on the CPA. Well, you see, Martin, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know there's guys here like, and I mean, even guys saying, yeah, like a max 90 days. I agree with that even. Like, I'd even say 90 days. I even said 2 months, whatever the case is. But a year. I wish we could get a refund for those I bought and wore 1 year ago. It's the same thing, Chad. Like, think of it saying you bought a funded account a year late, like 2 years later, or a year later even, let's just say. You bought a funded account, you blew the funded account, but now you come and say, actually, I wasn't happy with the service, can I get my refund? It's like, really? Like, it's not us being arseholes now that we're saying, bro, like, you being serious right now.
For me, I think a refund should be in this. There is consumption. You consume a service, and then, I mean, before you even consume a service, don't be satisfied. I mean, don't get it. For example, you can't take a service, use it after a year, and then you come and say, I was not satisfied. Yet you used it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You have already used something, and then you are saying you were not happy with it, but you used it. So the use there is already a service that you paid for. I know.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what, Chad, I always say to you guys, we always want to be transparent. I mean, we always try and help you guys as much as we can, but also there's a point, I think, where people are then trying to take advantage of us. And it's like, really now?
Yeah.
Can I get a refund
that's
for
like like a baker eating it 80% and then saying you don't like it and you want your money back. You see, that's where the issue is there.
Yeah.
That's not fair sometimes, you know?
Yeah, no, that's 37 cards. It's like getting McDonald's, going home, eating the entire meal, then going back to complain it was off and you want your money back. Literally. That's what, Chad, that's what we say. We'll be transparent with you guys, and we are family here, but I mean, come on. Like, really now?
Now for me, Kicks, I think I don't refund people. Myself, if you get my service, and then you come after 1 year and say you need a refund, I don't refund you. You know why? You have already got my knowledge, Moose. So if I refund you, what am I refunding you for? Can you bring back my knowledge? You can't.
Yeah. No, exactly. No, that's the thing, Bonang, we've always said it, and I mean, for example, we've always said with the guys, if you came to it and, like, right off the bat, like, think of it, this is the same as a prop firm. Now, obviously, guys, this wasn't a prop firm, just to be, like, real with you guys, we're not talking about that, but it's like going to a prop firm, you get it, and you take, let's say, your first position, your very first position, whether it was a win or a loss, whatever it was, but you execute, you see there was delay, you see the spreads are like this, you see, then you message him and say, listen, Oaks, this is not what I signed up for, can I actually just get a refund? I don't want to do this account, this challenge anymore. I can still be with you. But it's the same way you take, let's say, 6 trades, you're about to blow the account, and then you go, trading is not for me, can I actually get a refund? Then it's different. You've already used the product. You've used everything and all of that. So you can't, If you sell a service, best to add it to T's and C's and make it clear. I'd say max 2 months to trial and come back with issues. If it's a product, stick to service warranty, 1 year guarantee, no guarantee. Yeah, Skulk, so with us, obviously, it's a service. If I'm correct, we do have it in our T's and C's. And I think in our T's and C's, I think it's 60 days. I think it's 60 days, but also that depends on what you take. Because, for example, we've got period options. So if you had a monthly option, the 3-month option, the 6-month option, the yearly option. So it is also based on what package you took. Let's say that. But at the same time, a guy that took a 1-month option had the whole month service, then was removed because already then he decided, okay, cool. Like then he was happy, but he didn't have money to renew. And then a year later, now you come in and say, actually, no, I wasn't satisfied. I want a refund. What? Imagine joining Prodigy, not making money, and tune in refund, please. Maybe give him a 2G's coaster. No, after the skill might have changed and now he wants a second go, maybe somewhere else. Yeah. Rather give him the 90,000 as the refund. Send him a cheeky box. Hey.
Sam Jam says, Bonang, today I'm gonna have to go against you. I think NAS is a sell, but I'm willing to learn a lesson if it continues buying. No problem. Yeah, overall, you may be right and correct. Remember, I said the overall signal for the day is bearish. But for me, I'm buying simply because I'm sitting at my support zone. So you are correct. You are correct. If you win, you win. If I win, I win.
Hey, Sam Jam, yeah, that's spot on there. That's, I think, the spot on analogy there. It's called accountability. Simple. Take account of your own actions and you might level up in life instead of playing the blame game. Yeah, Jordan, you know, I think we've actually spoken about, I think, on stream before with like the chat and everyone. And we said to guys, and trust me, I'm not saying brokers, for example, are perfect. Yes, there is brokers that are problems. But when every time, let's say you blow an account or people lose money on a trade or they do, and every single time, it's the broker's fault. It's the trading conditions. It's this. It's also a point of like, okay, when is it going to stop being everyone else is wrong and maybe there's something with yourself? And again, it's the thing of like, we always say like, yes, you got to trade, but you're also not going to trade and just be the best trader in the world. You're going to have trial and error. So you're going to bump your head. You're going to lose some trades. You're going to make trades. You're going to have your worst trade in history. Then you're going to have your best trade in history. And it's a roller coaster. You got to go through it. But somehow Oaks don't like understand this.
Just like blowing an account and then you say you want a refund from a broker.
Ever since I joined, I don't need join stream to make money. 2 + 2 gents lost a viewer. Enjoy yourself, guys. Hey.
Continue enjoying yourself.
Waiting for the retest on gold.
Michelle says can't hear anything. Is everything okay? Is it sound or what?
Michelle, I don't mean to be like funny here, but do you have the mute on or put your volume up? Everyone else can hear, so just check there. We can experience a massive selling goal from today or tomorrow. Fingers crossed those 4-hour candles and the daily candle will decide at the end of the day. Yeah, I said to the guys this morning, be careful of a big sell-off on gold today.
Hey, blowing money is painful though. A person will be hurt.
None
like,
of us enjoy it.
Yeah, they'll be like, they don't take it easy. They'll be like, yo, it's a scam. Pass me that thing.
Like, yeah, Chad, I can promise you, not all of us, we don't enjoy losing money. Where's the music, Keegs? Hey, I did have it down a bit, but there is the music. I mute Michelle, Spain, and she can't hear.
So, is it Jack? What it says? If you get sliced, you get sliced. Chicken entries.
Hey. He's in the phase of
Yeah.
trading where you blame everything else but you, but didn't put in the work. We pray he sees the light. Don't mean me and Highball. Perhaps on YouTube or your laptop PC. Where's the music geezer? We put that up. Have a good day, fellow G's. Hope you're having a great day, my brother. If you get sliced, you get sliced. Chicken entries. Hey. If you want to trade, you must accept the losses. All good now. Thanks. Perfect. People should start understanding what they're actually doing on the financial markets. But like, how do I join your membership? There we go. Rook sent it. There's the link in the chat for you, Peter. Keys really going to train this morning. My brother, I'm not going to lie to you. I am actually quite, obviously, gold, US 30 from my side. Is having that bounce we wanted to see, yeah, off that previous daily low. And then with gold, one too many. Gold, obviously, as I said to the guys, we can see that possible sell off, which obviously we did see there from the highs. Once we break into Asia highs, so we just want to see, yeah. The big thing for me is I want to see if we do get underneath this weekly R1. I think this is where we're going to see some volume drive. Otherwise, this is going to be the pullback, and then this thing's just going to go right back to the top side. So we're just going to monitor and see what happens. Yeah, but if this thing gets under this weekly R1, then I think there's a good chance of us having those nice sells over here.
Wanna join your membership? Okay, yeah, you can go to the website www.bonangfinance.co.za. There is a live chat there, support 24 hours. Talk to them. You ask that question, there will be an answer, and there will be a number that you can text for signing up. But it's very quick, very, very quick. And then also you can use my Instagram. Come into my Instagram. Then I would send you the number for signing up, and then you are in. On Instagram, it's also quick because you are coming directly to me. You are not going through the support team that is online.
There we go. 4 successful trades this morning. Hey, Martin, that is awesome, my brother.
Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself.
Learning since I joined Prodigy not to take so many impulsive trades. Trade my plan. There we go. Very, very simple stuff there, guys. Trade the plan. If you come into the markets with a plan, you are not going to get lost. But you trade swing trades, so big stop loss and bigger TPs.
Who is that?
ATM.
He's new here.
No. He's been here for a while. The days when I lose the most is when I panic and want to jump in on a trade that is already moving. Yeah, that's the thing, bro. We always say, I mean, yeah, if the bus has left the station, the bus has left. You just gotta wait for the next bus then.
Kicks, can day trading be deemed as a swing trade? For example, I'm trading in the morning, focusing my target to a certain direction. Maybe it will take me 7 hours to get there, or 7 candles, or sometimes 2 hours. Is that a swing trade?
Yeah, I'd say you could refer to that as swing trading. I think a lot of guys will also call it intraday trading, but I'd say swing trading. I think for me, anything, if you hold in positions, I think anything longer, even than like 3-4 hours, I'd say you swing trading.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you trade swing trades, so big SL or bigger TP and bigger TPs. Really, I don't use stop losses, man. I just enter my trades and then manage them properly. If I am going to reach my daily limit, I close. For example, if I have a prop firm that says today I allow you to trade only with 200,000 rands, so I risk 150,000 in those trades. Then I will be keeping on escalating, entering my trades. The moment I move hard.
Stupid question, but do you guys trade live or funded? Both, my brother. How often do you pray, and how important has prayer been in finding success in trading? But like, that was a question for you, my brother.
Yeah, I pray every day. Usually, I like to pray in the morning. The Lord's Prayer. Jesus taught his disciples to pray and ask for daily bread. Give us today our daily bread. So I feel like if I pray that prayer in the morning, I have already fixed my day. That means everything will align according to God's will. That means whatever I receive in that particular day is my share for that day. So I pray in the morning and I sort my day throughout. And then what I'll be doing throughout the day, if I make it, for example, if I hit a TP today, is thank you, Jesus, because one, the provision of the bread or the daily bread has been provided. And then if I receive something new again, is thank you, Jesus. I'm just grateful throughout the day. And then I go and pray in the evening, where I'm now going to rest. Now to say I'm resting my body, but my spirit is awake. Take care of my spiritual side. May I not be afflicted by demons. May I not be defeated by the spirits in the dark where my body is resting. So I pray for protection over the night. I pray for the daily bread in the morning. And throughout the day, I'm thanking God. So prayer is really important. It aligns you with even a character of being gratitude. You know, to be thankful is a spirit that an individual should develop, just to appreciate. If you acknowledge God for what he did before, he will do it again and again and again and again. So that's how important prayer is.
I agree with you, my brother.
Yeah. I hope he's answered.
Borang, what is the word for today?
The word for today is really, what can I say? I'm saluting everyone who believed in himself. Like, for example, I'm saluting all believers, everybody who believe in God, who believe in themselves, and who also believe in others. The fact that they believed in themselves that this is doable, I salute you. That's basically the word of the day today. Respect to you all believers. That's all. It's possible to divorce poverty, be a believer, and I salute you for that.
Beautiful stuff, my brother. Beautiful stuff.
Please give referrals on prop firms to start with. The first prop firms to start with is Vault Funder. Vault Funder is the one referral that I myself will personally give. They paid me almost 505,000 plus my refund of 8,100 and something. So I believe that Vault Funder is the best so far. That's referral number one. And then referral number two is when you join the mentorship classes, we will take you to other places. For now, Vault Funder is the best.
Hey, you heard it there, Chad. You heard it there.
Welcome, Sam. We need that speech every morning before bell opens. Yeah, Mo will cut it from the stream and play it.
Let's see what's happening now with these markets, guys.
Although I believe in Sikhism, I respect all religions. Very important. Thank you. Said trades FX Bona, then they laugh. Kicks, what have you been trading lately? That's the question.
Honestly, just USD and gold. That's it. I've been taking both of them. USD has been quite a bit slow with volume, so every now and again I take some nice trades on gold. But the rest of the time, yeah, basically just jump between the two, which I see is nice volume on the day.
I see. Bona,
Yeah,
Bona,
Sage. Sorry, my brother.
how does one tune into your Sunday services? Right, if you go to Apple Store, you can download Pew Gospel TV. There's a mobile app called Pew Gospel TV. We play our sermons there. Apple Store and also Android. We have a channel there. We also have a website, www.prophetbonang.org. There you can also watch our live services there. And there are also links to YouTube and other platforms. And also today I will be on radio, Tswane FM around 8 p.m. You can
Hey.
check them out as well. Yeah.
Sage FX, just pop me a DM there, please.
Bonam, quick one. You made good profits on Monday. What is your next step with your profits? Do you buy a car? Do you invest? Do you put it in savings? Well, for me, profits that I make really, maybe people don't understand. If you wait for the podcast, it will make sense to you. That podcast that we shot, is it yesterday? They are still editing it. That one will make entire sense as to what I do with the money. Usually the whole money that I make, I think for the past, since 2012, of my entire life, I've been dedicated fully to God, doing the work of God. So all the money that I have, I just decided to, you know what, I'm going to serve the Lord with this money. So that money that I get does the work of God. I want to reach a point where when people are coming to church, we relieve people. People are not coming to church to help us, but they are coming to church to be, all of us were coming to church to be helped by God, to the extent of not giving offering. People should give offering based on their free will. So that's what that money does. And it also does some projects. Television station alone, it's 89,000 rand per month to be on satellite. So I pay that. And also I have few individuals that I work with. They have to be taken care of. I also pay them as well. So basically the whole money that I make goes into the ministry structure. But it's only this year that I said, you know what, throughout, even the payout of World Fund, almost 500,000, I put it all into the ministry. I said, you know what, this year, allow me to do something for myself. That's when I started to buy myself clothes. That's when I started to buy myself cars. That's when I started to buy myself stuff so that I can have a life, to sustainable life. My life was such a very painful one where I would give everything and I'm left with nothing. And then at the most difficult times, the people whom you have helped, they are nowhere to be found. So I was like, no, this time around, this year, everything is on my side. So I'm currently saving. That's basically will be the answer. It's currently savings, and also I have to. You see my teeth. I felt pain yesterday. Kick somebody. Somebody laughed at me and say, he said you have millions, but your teeth is fucked up. That kind of a comment. That comment hit me a lot. Say, so I haven't been taking care of myself that much. So I would have the money, but I take the money all out to other people. So this year, it's all about me. Out. So I'll start to travel just to see around the whole world, and then put myself on nice clothes, and then give back to the community. So, but this year is me.
Hey, beautiful stuff, my brother. Nah, sometimes you got to. It takes a lot to run a ministry. All the behind the scenes work is crazy. Geez, people can be cruel. What's good, G's? Werner from the cold and rainy Cape Town. I know this topic comes up a lot, but what's feeling lately about TFT, and are they fully back in the prop firm business? My brother, I will personally, a place like that, I won't trust them. I'm still sitting here. As much as they say they've given accounts, they're doing payouts, they're doing this, I'm still waiting for them to reimburse me my 100k live account. First I was going to be told I was going to be refunded. Then when the day came to refund me, they told me they don't do refunds. And I'm like, what? Like, here's the email telling me you're going to refund me. And then they said, okay, no, they have now the advanced support, which gets you your accounts. I've gone to the advanced support meetings on a Wednesday and Thursday. I still have not got my account. So yeah, personally, I won't go there because they had the rug pull with me, so I won't go there. But on the other side, very excited. I don't know who's actually been paying attention to it, but my Forex Funds, guys, won the court case. So my Forex Funds now has the decision to make if they want to open their doors again, and they can then fulfill all payouts that were outstanding, and they can reimburse the accounts that were active. But my Forex Funds, after how many years, won the court case. Yeah, no, 100% Neil. If they do decide to open their doors, and I can get my account back, 100% I'll do that.
All right. Your teeth looks amazing, Bonang. Thank you, G. Thank you, best trading community. So, Bonang, what a man. Thank you, man. God bless you. The year of Bonang. Yes, this one is mine. This one is mine.
We're gonna see. We're gonna obviously chat to Banang. We did say to him we're gonna talk to him about slowly bring him on for New York sessions. But obviously we also just need to see how the man's schedule is. He's also a busy man, so we'll chat to him.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. And then, please, how can one work on your trading psychology? I am very conservative trader. I fail to hold positions. All right, I think psychology really is basically based on the money, the backup that you have. That's where now going the prop firm industry is better than trading your own. For me, that's my opinion anyways, not financial advice. I would say to you, for you to work on a proper psychology, you must have a backup. You know, there is a very huge difference between a person trading with good money in the bank than a person who is trading with no money at all. So there is a very huge difference. A person who is trading with no money at all is desperate to make it. So even if a small pullback happens, they are panicking and they're thinking that this market is going against them, it will take their money, and what will they do next? So you have to consider going the prop firm route, and when you get to a prop firm route, get a very good prop firm which can give you cheaper accounts. Those cheaper accounts, don't buy a less account. I mean, from anything lower than their max account. Buy the biggest account there, and then protect your money with that.
Yeah.
One, that biggest account gives you good daily drawdown. That means you have got good daily drawdown. So that good daily drawdown, use it to grow. So now you know you are not scared. For example, for me, I have daily drawdown of around roughly 200,000 on an account, but it's not only one account, multiple accounts. So even if I'm trading that account, I'm trading, if I open a 0.10, I am very much safe. Even if the market goes minus 50,000, I'm okay. I'm not stressed. I can still add another trade towards my direction because I have enough capital to trade with. Maybe you buy a 2 million Volt Funder account around 11,000 Rand. If you compare that 2 million Volt Funder account with your 11,000 Rand, there is a huge difference there. That 2 million gives you 100,000 to trade with. Nevertheless, your 11,000 Rand, you are going to defend it. So your psychology is going to be weak, honestly speaking. So you would rather go for capital. What makes a best psychology in Forex is the capital. You must have the capital. So find a way to have the capital. That's the best way you can sustain your trades. You can be able to be strong and win more. That's the only way you can.
Well, like the only people think about you affecting anyway. Even if you start life fancy lifestyle, they'll say, yeah, I've got snakes, yeah. That's it. Also, TGs teach you the skills to feel confident in your position, so you aren't unsure if the market moves your way. So you can't know for sure, but till the odds are in your favor. I'm still learning this, but I see a difference. Hey, Martin, that's the thing, bro. We always say to guys, we're not the people that are going to preach this overnight success. We're not going to say, hey, you're going to become a millionaire tomorrow. It's a journey. What I will always say to people is your process is dependent on you, because someone can just grasp concepts, they can grasp certain things a lot quicker than maybe some other people can. So in that essence, your journey might be quicker than some other people, but it's still a journey you got to go through. Good day, I hope you're well. I filled in the form to get access to the indicator, but then noticed that I misspelled my email, and I can see that I can only fill the form once. Can you please assist me? Dope Boy email support. Just tell them you did fill it in, but you just want to correct your email. They'll sort you out. So just message support, please. Yeah, Chad. 250 of you, 124 likes. Can we get those likes up to 150? Again, hey, thanks, Brian. We really are pushing. The momentum is going very, very nicely. I mean, yesterday we literally hit 17.5. Today we are basically already at the halfway mark to 17.6. So yeah, you guys, that momentum is going again now. It is beautiful, Chad. Go and practice your trading plan method. It's only one thing the 2Gs do it. It's another thing when you do it yourself. Thanks so much. Once you do it yourself and get comfortable over the plan, yeah. Failed my first Vault funder yesterday. Bought another one. Excited to see how the payouts work. And that's the thing, bro. If I can give you anything there, is that the fact you don't let one failure set you back, bro. I've blown lots of accounts in my trading journey, but to get to where I am now, and I think a lot of you guys have seen it, and you hear guys talk about it, but it really is true. You'll go through that journey, and the one day when the stuff starts to click, in 1 month you'll make back all the money you blew, and that's the beauty of trading.
Thank you, TC. I'm not going to let what people think about me affect me. Thank you so much. Really, I appreciate that. Go and practice your trading plan method. It's one thing to see 2Gs do it. It's another thing when you do it yourself. Once you did yourself, you get comfort over the plan. Beautiful. Ernest failed my first Vault funder yesterday, bought another one. Excited to see how the payouts were. Beautiful. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, Ernst, I do the same thing. I literally do the same thing. Guys over at the seminar will tell you exactly how I approach prop firms.
Honestly speaking, a trader should not have anything else to do apart from trading. I'm telling you, that's when you know that if you don't have anything to do, losing really will not even affect you at the end of the day, because you have to keep going. No option for you, only trade. Face those charts. You know, there are days where you can just be unlucky. Not that you are wrong, but just unlucky. The fact that you are unlucky that day, you find yourself losing. It's not your day, but the direction already. Okay, you over leverage, you do this, but on accuracy you are fine, but you are unlucky. So there are days where you will be just unlucky. Just enjoy those days, knowing that okay, it's not my day. I'll come back again on the other day. That's it. That's all you can do. Nice. Look at NASDAQ. Just look at NASDAQ there. Beautiful push towards our TP number 1. Once we hit there, that's TP number 1. And then from that TP number 1, we'll see that take profit as target number 2. Let's see how that goes. I don't know if this screen, should I try and expand it a little bit? Yeah, better that way. Yeah. The day I received my funded Vault account, my laptop crashed. Ended up losing my account by trading on my phone. Never again.
Hey.
Another lesson. One person who didn't say bring my refund. This person actually went to buy another account. They know that they are unlucky, but then they don't give up because your day is coming. I saw a very beautiful quote that said, as long as the dice is rolling, your 6 is coming. As long as the dice is rolling, your 6 is coming. Keep it going.
I agree with you, Keegan. I have also blown many trade accounts on my trading journey. Yeah, bro, it's part of it.
Now I don't even want to remember how many accounts I have lost. I don't even want. It doesn't affect me anyway. But there are many, like you say, kicks. Too many losses, and but then that's there is one thing that people don't understand. You can lose for 2 weeks, and then the other week you win. The win that will make you forget all the losses that you had.
100%.
That's what Forex does. So make sure you balance the equation. Let your losses be lower than your wins.
Yeah, it's all about just paying attention to those little things, guys.
Mm.
What the hell?
Uh, I am stuck on 4,520 of my 500 account already past phase 1 and 2. Should I try building it up or do a new one? Is the account closed? It's not closed. Trading. If this account is not breached, just continue with it, man. Build it up. It's a funded account. So build it up.
I'm
Yeah,
stuck
so
on
keep
4,520 on my 5K funding account. Very possible. Should I try building up or do a new one? I'm trying to work out where is that? Is that close to blowing, or is that what's your 5K? So 50. I don't
and
know where that is.
and mostly importantly, don't forget to enjoy yourself. You need to make
Hey.
a t-shirt. Yeah, no, we'll do it. I think Chris has got almost many codes that he wants to create for me there. So you have to do this one, the enjoy yourself. The other one is enjoy yourself. Very, very important.
Martin, no, brother. There's the only penalty of when you blow a funded account is, or as I say, your initial fee is a deposit fee. So if you get to the payout phase, the money you paid to get the account, you're going to get back as well. But if you blow it, you just don't get your deposit back. That's all that happens. Geeks, the first withdrawal, let's say I'm up 5K USD. Can I withdraw that and and will it take 30 days before withdrawal? Depends on the prop firm. So let's say yes, with Vault Funder, if you are up 5K USD, you can withdraw that. So 5K USD, remember you're going to take an 80-20 split unless you opted in to take the higher percentage. So a 5, you're going to take 4K then. So basically, yeah, 20% will be 1K for the broker. You'll get 4K and you'll get your deposit back. So whatever the fee was that you paid. So you'll get the 4K plus your deposit fee back.
Kyla, that's how I am today. Yes. That's how I am today. I think prop firm is very technical, that if people don't study prop firm is a problem. I have other friend of mine, he got into prop firm. You know, there is always a hype when Bonang withdraws 500,000, Bonang withdraws 200,000, Bonang does this. People want to do that also, but it's not an easy task, man. I myself made sure that I got deeper into understanding prop firm space by reading their frequently asked questions. And then I grew myself into understanding there are many technicals. For example, he passed phase 1 and phase 2. Then he was like, no, now I think I must get my refund of the money that I made. I said, no, you get refunded when you make your first payout, which means the same rules you had on phase 1 and phase 2, they still apply on a funded up until your first withdrawal. Then that's when you can get your payout plus a refund. So it's a bit technical, but if you are a person who wants to understand, kindly research and then do what you understand. I mean, you can't do anything that you don't understand. You are gambling. You must understand everything that you are doing. Do it with understanding. Always
You
do
heard
it
it,
with
Chad.
understanding.
There you heard it.
This is a very technical industry, the prop firm space, very, very technical. So you need to understand what you are doing, fully so. How is US30 today? This is how we are on US30. Bullish as well. We are buying from that zone. That's how we are, man. That's how we are. Currently in blues, pushing slowly. Similar with US 30, we are buying from a support area where we are sitting. This here is our support area for the day, and we are waiting for a flip. If this market flips in like it is doing now, then that means we are going to enjoy ourselves today. Very, very well. Well, the market closed with bearish signals. Our take profit was hit on bearish signal. Now we are currently on a dynamic zone. For example, the market got entries, hit TP. Now we are sitting at a support. We need to just retest those levels. That's basically what we are doing. But the overall direction for the day is sell. But don't sell. Eh? Yeah, ne?
There you go, Chad. You guys heard it there first.
My early days of trading, I sold couches 22K for 7K fund account, trying to double it so that I can pay rent. I blew it on NAS. After that day, I swear that I will never trade again. Today, I sleep on chart. It happens. It
Nah,
happens.
we all been there.
Yeah,
We all been there.
it happens. I do trade German 30. I do trade German 30. I do, but I don't give it to the community anyway. I do trade German 30. I love German 30. The volatility there is for me. I mean, the aggressiveness of this German 30 is good for me. I enjoy it.
Hey, Bonang loves it there.
Yeah, I trade it for myself. I know my members, they are going to cry with this German 30, but there's good money in it. So I do trade it, but on my own space.
Yeah.
Very volatile pair. Too much money there.
Hey. The guys just milking the markets. Alright guys, for me gold is at that weekly R1 now, so we want to see if it can drive there from volume.
How was the New York session yesterday, Kicks? I was on air by that time.
Wasn't bad, my brother. Obviously, we were in those bars. Eventually, we did just close out on them. Chris then did switch over to sells, but then there just wasn't any volume, so we just left it. So I think he took a break even on the sells.
I see. Yeah, it was really not giving yesterday. Volume was low. Yeah. So do you guys rate it's better to get a larger account? Is 25K a good account? Okay, for me, I like I always say, another person will say start small, another one will say start halfway, another one will say start big. But for me, I would say always go big or go home. Guys, Kicks, I don't know if people will understand one day that Forex is a game of liquidity. If you don't have enough money in Forex, you are not going to last. You will be sliced or you will be brutalized before you arrive. So no matter how much you can try to justify it, to say this account, is it better? Anything less than $5,000 for you to sustain yourself for a very long period is very, very, very less.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard work. If you are to make money, you are going to make money out of sweat. I mean, because you have $500 to trade with. But a person with 2 million rand account with or $200,000 account, $10,000, that person can open a position that can say minus 2,000 for a 10,000 in that particular day. I have a lady, one of my students in German. That lady, every day when we are trading, she's making around $10,000, $12,000, $13,000 every day. And people are asking, how is this person doing it? Because she has advantage of a high volume. If you don't have volume, you are going to be in trouble.
Nah, that's it. People don't think about it that way.
It's just that people, Kicks, they want to say, okay, let me make small money from a small account. Think about how many days or years you have been trading a small account and you have never made money. And still you have hope that you will make money from it. Very painful.
Yeah.
This is not stock fail. This is not a tuck shop where you want to sell sweets and grow small. you,
Nah,
you are going to be the liquidity there.
the boys are here to make money.
Can we see your setup on gold? This is how I am on gold, my brother. We are currently on break even. On Thursday, we entered buys, swing buys. We are going to 33.44. And then there is an expected all-time high, which is 37,000. Basically, that's where we are going. Yeah, take profit number one almost hit on NASDAQ. Beautiful stuff. How is US30 doing? Smoothly. Currently on our entry level, but I mean, if you scaled in from a lower level from this side as well, you are in profits, and then there we are still on entry. We want to see this price driving up. Let's see. Sitting on entry, then NASDAQ pushing up very well towards take profit number one. And remember, I said this will be our take profit number one here. And then from there, we target that level there. So basically, that's how we are on this day. Hi, Bonang, did you miss the sell on NAS since it was 1 a.m.? Yeah, we missed it. Honestly speaking, it hit take profit. That's why we are reversing. I mean, it sold from this level to the TP, right? So we are sitting at a support zone. And then from a support zone, we want to retest that entry level and see if we cannot come back down again later in the New York session. So you are correct and accurate there. I missed it already. I was sleeping and I was tired. So I had to rest. But I'm getting something now. I noticed when you focused on money value, I get greedy. But when focused on risk reward ratio, I am way profitable. Good. Keep it up.
It should be like that. You were sleeping because you're rich in spirits. Hey.
No, well, sizes doesn't matter, but we are talking about a long period sustenancy. A person trading an account of $500 cannot be compared to a person trading an account of $10,000. That's just the truth. You can't. There is a huge difference there. A person who is trading a $500 is okay with a $60 profit, with a $100 profit is fine there. But you can't be sustained for too long. At some point, that $500 will be swallowed like it's nothing. You know, it's just that visions also differ. People, they're okay. Some are okay with $100 per day. It's good money. 10 o'clock, a new H1 candle opened. Let's see what happens. I want to check US30. Shoo, opened exactly at my entry there. Let's see. So to spot a movement breaking a zone, must the full candle be in a new zone for the move to be confirmed, or can it open in the new zone, but if it closes back in the old, still is in the old still considered? Well, it depends. For me, if you check I'll give you a scenario where this here is my trading zone, right? This is my trading zone for the day. So it being my trading zone for the day, I'm going to try and expand it just a little bit so that it may be the only one visible. Yeah. So it being my zone, for example, this here is my trading zone, right? From that to this low, key zone, which is the low, So back to the high, back to the low, that's my zone. So as long as price is opening inside here, that's confirming that my trading zone is respected. A breakout is when the price comes below and then a new candle closes in outside. That's a breakout. And then we have to drive back inside my entry, my trading zone, and close inside like we are doing now. That gives me confidence to say that's we are inside our trading zone. And then outside is when a candle closes and drives lower. So that's when we can say that's a breakout. But then for me, it can take you time to understand this. Candles really don't matter. What matters is the price. You must know your daily range. I mean, this your zone, and then this your zone. That's all that matters. Candles don't really matter. All the formation of candles are based on the zones that you have, which are the key data of the market vector on a daily basis. So knowing your zones, knowing your levels is very important. Then that you can even change and switch from the candles to the line so that you avoid stress. No, you see, when I'm trading using a line, I'm not stressed about anything. I just put my TP, I put my SL, I put my entry level. That's it. So basically, candles sometimes they do help there and there, but it's not sustainable. That's what I can say. I wanna test drive your new Bugatti. Thank you, man. I claim it by faith. You want me to buy a Bugatti, man? You want me to buy a Bugatti? Onang must show that scammer in Deben how to make real 200k plus on Forex and not on demo, on a demo. Yeah. Onang, we need to be careful. Remember, how you're speaking is how our people fall for scammers like Jason Noah or DJ Coach. What happened? What did I say? What did I say wrong? Let's hear. What did I say wrong? Neo T. Bonang on US 30 with H1 Kengi, would you concern if it would have bottom week? Let me see. Yeah, you see, US 30 is giving some sell vibes, honestly. But I just love the fact that this new hour Kengli also opened inside my zone. So let's see how it plays out, man. I'm not worried about this Kengli here. Even that one can come here all the way here and then eventually push up. So yeah, definitely this would drive the price to the down a little bit or never. It's possible, never. How am I speaking? That made people to fall for scammers. Let me hear.
Sorry, Chad. Obviously, I'm just trying to get some stuff we need to just sort out, Joe.
I think people are offended by the confidence that you have. I mean, what did I say wrong, if I may ask? I was just answering to a person who was saying the psychological part, and then I gave options to say this is the best way to go in terms of psychology. So where did I go wrong to say a person fall for a scam? I mean, if I advise you to buy a bigger account, is that a scam? I'm not saying send me money. I'm saying buy a better one for your own safety.
Yeah, so my thing is, Bonai, where I agree with you, and I've said this to guys lots of times, is there's a point in which you honestly can see the return on a prop firm account. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say if you take a 10k account. Now, I understand, yes, for people that really are battling, you know what, that is there for them. But you start off on that, and let's just say even you make 3%, or 4%, and you're making a $400 payout. Yes, for some people, I mean, an extra 8k a month, that's money. But for example, like myself, when I went full-time trading, that was through a 50k account. And I've always said, I believe a 50k is that perfect point, because you're paying $300, so about 350, so that's 6,000, 7,000 rand for the account. But when it was passed, I was doing a payout every 2 weeks of 6-7%. So now that's a $3,500, $4,000 payout. Now all of a sudden, yes, you paid 6k, 6.5k for an account with no discount code. So if you have a discount code, that's even cheaper. But now you're getting payouts of 60 to 80,000 rand every 2 weeks, and you can quickly see how that scales your turnaround and your profitability. So I do agree with you. There is a point when you start doing the bigger accounts, you see that return on investment a lot quicker.
Bonang, on the account size, rather preach on people growing their account bigger than they can trade. I don't understand. Neoti, I don't understand. Bonang, you look like at 15. No, I'm not on 50. It's H1, strictly H1. I think there's a person who visited me yesterday here. They just went into my chart and changed to 15 minutes. I'm not a person of a lower time frame. H1 all the way. Mutusi, for those of us who have been with you for years, you have been tested and tried. But I mean, there's nothing wrong that I said. People, you'll be trying to make an issue out of me now. What did I do to you? I didn't say anything bad here. I only answered the person who asked about the psychology. Then I said, this is the best way to go in terms of psychological side. So whatever you feel like offended, now you want to misbehave. That's being some I don't know. Guys, I don't understand. Why would you be offended by the advice I gave? That's my opinion anyway. On bigger accounts, it depends, man. I just want to make sure the account doesn't blow, but sometimes it does. For example, like yesterday, I entered trades. I was on A. When I landed, I found my stop losses hit. So what do? It happens, man.
It's just part of it sometimes.
Yeah, but it's more safer than trading a small account.
Don't feel their fire. Keith, is it true you ask FTMO to pay more for the accounts because you know you're going to pass it and get the deposit back? Hey, yeah, guys. I agree with you that prop firm is the way. Once you got a good one, you're good to go. Yeah, chat. You know, chat, that's also the thing about it. We also show you guys the reality. It isn't always as smooth sailing. So for example, Kyle, like we say that now, obviously, and that's why I made that post for the guys, that even for us, last week's conditions were tough. For the guys that know, I've been focusing on getting that second account, or the fourth account now that's in phase 2, with FTMO, and that one we wanted to get done. I was 1% up. From 1% up, I was 4.7% down, and when you start doing that, that's now I have to start mitigating my risk, change percentages, get myself going again, and now we're back at break even. So you have to make changes. Like, even as I say, for myself, last conditions were tough, but hopefully now we'll just finish this thing off and get that account over the line. I understand his anger. Maybe he has had an issue with one before, and probably this was advertised it to him, lol. But do you teach in your mentorship to only trade H1? Oh, but it's not there. If you have pivots on, it does that. What are we talking about with Monos? I was compacting everything, whether you switch. Yeah, Martin, we don't know why it does it also with us, brother. We don't know why it does it, but yeah. Alright, guys, I hope you guys were listening to me this morning when we spoke about those gold reversals. Let's have a look here quickly for you guys. The gold reversals. We spoke about it this morning. Who was listening? Because I know some of you guys were like, Asia highs, we're going to buy over here now. Gold's bullish. And then you just got clapped in a almost $20 move. As a trader, I'm humiliated to ask, but can someone please explain what time session starts and ends, especially Sydney? In Sydney, I'm trying to think what your times are. You just have to do the conversion, but also, my brother, if you do your sessions, you can get a indicator for your sessions, and then if you look at the bottom, just change it obviously to your time zone, and then you'll be good there. So you can always go about it that way. Check Forex time zones, yeah. Okay, perfect. Thanks, guys. I was doing it in my head in LOL, not wanting to miss anything. Check that link. There we go. Martin, the guys can't send links here, unfortunately. Only the mods can send links. So it's from 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. Alright. Sonar Lab sessions is sick. Yeah, that's the exact one I use, Brian. Sonar Lab. But now the guys were asking, in your mentorship, do you only teach them to trade the H1?
Yeah, that's how the mathematics really works. I mean, H1 clear states out for us the key zones. I mean, they are more clearer on H1 than anything. Yeah. Because remember, we are trading price. We are not trading candlestick patterns. We are trading price. So you need a time frame that clearly states out for you which time, which price, which level, and so forth. So H1 is more clearer than any other time frame. But however, this you can trade any time frame, but all you need is the price. Knowing your price, knowing your entry, knowing your target is very, very key. So you can even, you can even use H4, you can even use daily, as long as you know that, okay, this is how my level is for the day. But H1 is the best.
Jordan, I don't know. I'd have to check it for you, but I can already tell you now, it will be, I want to say, I even think it won't be a high pass rate. And the reason I say that is, so end of last year, and even a little bit early this year, I kind of got myself back in that loop. So for a lot of guys that don't know, this is where I started reading a lot now. I started doing these things because as a trader, I always thought about you have your 4 pillars, and obviously the mental being one. So I started reading to grow my mental state, because this is, for example, we had this chat a few times where we spoke about money and the idea that money goes to those that protect it. So if money knows you don't cherish it, you don't look after it, money won't come to you because it knows it's being ill-treated. So when I was doing well and I was doing I had money, and we've obviously said this, when you trade, it's very easy to make money because you can be aggressive with things. And yes, if you blow, you blow. But when you get it right, you're going to make bags. So it becomes easy in that essence. And there was a period I was just going through accounts because I just wanted to grow my portfolio. So for example, in like a month, I would go through like 4 or 5 200k accounts. So obviously, I mean, what a 200k is like 22k or something. So in a month, you blow in like 100k on prop firm accounts, and obviously there's an issue with that. So hence, this is where then I started making those mechanical strategies. I started doing all these things because I needed to start taking my emotions out of trading, just because, hey, there's money, and obviously also that money caused me to lose a lot of money. And then coming out of it, we started, when we could take emotions out of my trading, as we always say to you guys now, have a plan when you come to the markets, just execute on your plan. And even now, we're not using the mechanical strategy. When you do win, you follow the plan, and if you lost, it's a good loss because, hey, that was my plan. If it didn't work to my plan, oh well, that's it, I come back tomorrow. and it started to get a lot better. So I definitely can say lately has been very good. If I'm honest with you, let's say from February, I've maybe done, I'm going to say 10, let's say 10 accounts. Who the hell's connecting to my, let's just say I've done 10 accounts. I've passed 7 of them. 2 of them I got to phase 2 and then blew them, and then the other one is obviously in phase 2. No, 2 of them I have now. One's in phase 1, we just started, and the other one is in phase 2. So I'd say it's high. It's from, if we just had to say Feb, and recently since I've had that mind shift change, I'm going to say 70-80% pass rate. But if I go full time, I'd say much lower, because obviously I had dips in my trading career where I was just blowing accounts up. My money lives a nice life, quite in my tax-free account. I bring them new friends every month. Keeps talking about accounts, brother. How's the 3 accounts you've been busy with? Going quite well, brother. Started the one that's in phase 1. That's 5% up. The phase 2 account, as I said to the guys, now back to break even. So we'll hopefully, maybe if we get clear price action before the end of the week, we can maybe chop that one off. Otherwise, even low risk, we'll finish it off next week. The live account, the one account is in drawdown. Other 2 are chilled. The one account's in profit, so that's just parked for a payout. The other account I haven't touched. And that is pretty much it. The rest are just chilling. Lennon, sorry for the late responses, brother. I replied to you, just being a bit busy my side. If you can check off the stream, please, brother. When did the London session start? 9 o'clock in South Africa, 9 GMT plus 2. But please, can you pass the funded account with a different IP address and trade that same account with a different IP address?
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the prop firm. Some prop firms don't check those things. Some they do. So other prop firms, they don't have a problem with IPs, and then others, they have, remember, prop firm doesn't want account management or signals or group trading. That's how other prop firms are. So when they say don't go for different IP addresses, they are trying to avoid the fact that people buy accounts and send them to account managers, and then they are using a different, maybe you are in Zimbabwe, you are sending your account to a Nigerian guy who then trades that account, and then you are the one to make withdrawals and pay that person. So they are avoiding account management things. So you just check their rules. If a rule says IP, they don't allow multiple IPs, you just stop. But I myself, I have a scenario where I have a copy trader. I plug all my accounts in that copy trading. I manage them from one account. And then I split others based on the fact that others, they do allow copy trading, others they don't. Those that don't, I have also reached a point where I plug them. When I make a withdrawal, I have never had issues with IP addresses. So you just don't have to make them know. It's technical. They are beating you technically. You also be technical. That's all.
Yeah. Cool, that sound like a champ. 1 RR up now. Beautiful, brother. Thanks for the feedback. I've never passed a funded account, never ever passed phase 1 once, but that's it. Need to step my game up, lol. Jordan, I promise you'll get there, bro. Other thing I want to talk to the guys about is I had a chat with I'm going to say one of the overseas guys that we've been working with a little bit recently, that you guys people that are in the boot camp will know exactly who I'm talking about. And me and this guy were having a conversation. Very, very good trader. And one thing he said to me, and I never thought of it that way, is we've obviously always spoke about it in the sense of know the trader you are. So for example, Bonang likes to swing and it works for him. That's his strategy. Bang. Simple as that. I used to trade like that. I enjoy the bit more of, I want to say, that trader freedom. So I like to intra-trade. So I like to almost, I'm not scalping, but I have my trade, get in my trade. Worst case scenario, an hour later, hey, I'm out my trade and I can go on with my day. And the guy said to me, says, but you know what the difference is what happens is people change the outlook on their strategy. And I was like, okay, I get what you're saying. And he said, no, what it means is, let's say you're a scalper or you trade like I do, and let's say a lot of the time guys are like 60s, 60 or 80s TP or whatever the case it is. He says, now a day comes and there's volume. Now you want to hold longer. And he says, yes, yes, it works for some people, but he says the problem is what happens is now you bring in emotions into play, because when you want to hold now, you've already passed what your body's used to holding for. So now all of a sudden emotions are riled up. You want to hold. Then it doesn't hit your TP and you pull back. Now because emotions are being brought involved, now you're going to revenge trade. You're going to want to quickly get back that potential profits they weren't there for yours to begin with, but now you want them. Then it's the same thing when trades go against you, and it's this constant roll. So he says when he trades an account, he trades it from the same to the end. So he decides, if I'm going to trade a lot, if I'm going to trade this week, for example, this week, I am trading 10 lots. I'm trading a 10 lot. Next week, if I'm up, I will trade a 20 lot. But if I'm down, I trade a 5 lot. And that doesn't matter. Even if he goes back to break even, he stays with that lot for the week. He almost sets a lot for the week. So everything he does to create a consistency in his trading the whole time. Because he says that's the only way you really see the success in the trading. And again, the guys that know who I'm talking about, he is a monster in the trading industry. So when I thought about it, I was like, damn, let me also try this. And with the guys that know, the last few accounts, I won't even lie, I have done that. If I started with a lot, I've used that lot the whole way through. If I've done this, and I know it's things we always talk about, but when you actually start executing on it, where I was like, hey, there was a trade, let's just say the gold sells. If you took it from the high and you were like, hey, Keegan said the reversals, this was Asia highs, I took my sell, yeah. And now you're like, okay, cool, bang, sell. Oh, yeah, no, that's the fib. Keegan was like, oh yeah, let's sell, yeah. Stop loss, whatever the case is, 30 pips. And then 1 to 2 or whatever the case is there, just past the weekly R1. But now what happens? The weekly R1 starts to push, and you guys go, yo, actually, well, weekly R1's pushing. We're already 3R up. There's a good chance maybe we're going to go down to Asia lows. So all of a sudden, now you're like, maybe not even Asia lows, the lows over there. And you start saying, oh, I'm going to hold for this. And now it turns around, and now you're going, oh, I had 3R. Now I'm less than my original TP. Now you start consolidating and you start getting in your head, and it becomes this whole mind game thing. And he always said the minute you can do this and you can relax your body, you can be at one with your trading, you're not overthinking, the emotions aren't in play, you're not doing things, you see how much you have a clear mind when you look at the charts. And it was just something very insightful for me. So it definitely is something I've said to people, like a big part of trading. You need to know the trader that you are. I use the ATR of the time frame. I trade the TP, always scale out 50% TP, break even, then let the rest go. Beautiful stuff there. Keegan says so, the Chad. Appreciate the knowledge on prop firm approach. Bro, I want to buy a 200k account, but I'm a little scared. Can I get a guided trade from any of you? I'll be grateful for a personal assistant, bro.
Well, that person who is scared, you have to deal with the fear first.
Yeah.
You see, that fear that you have is already a red flag on its own. Deal with the fear part of it. I think the issue of being afraid, one, maybe you're afraid, if we can ask, what are you scared of? Are you scared of the 200k, or you are scared of the money you are going to pay for that account, or you are scared to just trade that big amount? Let's hear from you, then we try to advise where we can.
Yeah, personally also, guys, I always say to it, if I can give any advice on saying a 200k account, and again it goes to what Bonang's talking about with fear, it's all fair and well, as I say to guys, sitting there going, oh, yo, but 1% is $2,000, $2,000, that's 40,000 Rand a trade. But what happens when you're 2% in a loss, and you're going, I'm sitting negative 80,000 Rand? Can your brain and your mental state handle that? That is the question you have to ask yourself. Can you handle it when it goes against you? Everyone's always positive when things are positive, but when it's negative, that's when you decide the trader you are. It's the same thing you guys are going to hear in the podcast. I don't want to talk too much about it, but you've heard obviously my story. You've heard I kind of lost everything. You're going to hear Bonang's story, and it gets to a point where I've always said a very good trader, he's going to decide the trader he is when his back's against the wall and he's got no other options. That is when you prove the trader that you are. And that's the thing you got to do there now. Like, you got to understand, again, there's nothing wrong with it. If mentally you can't handle that now, there's nothing wrong with that. It just means don't take that step yet. Start at a 50k, start at 100k, start at where you're okay with it. I'm scared of passing the phases. Hey.
Then you are not. He's not serious. He's playing this one. How can you be afraid of winning?
I'm scared I may blow it up. Yeah, that's just it, my brother. Then don't, because again, nothing in trading is ever going to be a guarantee.
Yeah.
Trading is all about consistency and strat, emotions and plan, practice your disciplines, 100%. That's what Turtle Trade we actually said last week. Last week was actually a good thing in the essence. Yes, it might not have been a profitable week for people, but that was a week that taught you discipline. It reminded traders to be disciplined, because the guys who blew up or guys who took losses, it showed them you still need to work on your discipline. The guys who were able to walk away and say, listen, bro, markets are chalked, I'm not taking a trade today. You showed your discipline. You showed that's an area you are mentally strong as a trader now. It's so funny. My previous job, I used to get shot at. Being shot, being stabbed, however, the most stress I ever fought comes from trading pixels. Hey, Jordan, that's classic, bro. Where the traders, the podcast coming out. Guys, we're going to have it. I'm going to say maybe what's today, Wednesday. I'm hoping maybe even by tomorrow we might have some of the first teasers start coming out for you guys. Fears coming, you can't afford to lose the capital you're trading with. That's why it's also important to trade with what you can afford to lose, 100%. QG's really helped me on my journey. Hey, Lyndon, you're an OG, my brother. Okay, bro. Thanks for the advice, bro. Really appreciate it. Good luck, brother. Stay close to Mr. MFX. He'll guide you. No, Chief, we need to keep each other accountable. Chad, but it is 10:30 now. Unfortunately, we do have some stuff to do there. Bonang, before we get ready to finish up there, my brother, any closing remarks from your side? Maybe a little bit of update on the trade, how you're going to manage it, what you're going to do there.
All right. Neo T Bonang, hope you don't feel like I was attacking you, Nature. I don't even understand what Neo is talking about. I didn't hear anything that would have been an attack there. No. There's nothing really that I think you said that would be an attack for me. All right. And then looking at US 30, I'm still very much bullish at this zone here. Like I said, this will be my buying zone. From this area, I'm targeting my entry area, which is 42,677. There's nothing changed currently on a bit of a drawdown. I like it because I just scaled in there, added another trade then. That's how I am on US 30. And then I'll also look at how the market comes up all the way. If this market dips in all the way to this zone of the 20th, there I'll be sitting again to enter another buy towards that entry, which is my sell entry somewhere here. So basically, this is how I am on this entire zone. Like I said, the zone that I would say the market would really be going against me further is 42,323. Then buyers are not going to be trying to step in anymore. So right now, as long as we are above this whole zone, I am entering buys and buys. As of US NASDAQ as well, currently still inside my trading zone, very much bullish as well. I'm not changing my direction on NASDAQ, still holding my trades, no stress about that, in profits currently. And then as of gold, already almost hitting take profit, and I'm expecting all-time highs of 37,000 somewhere there. So that's how I am. I'm going to manage my trades properly, and I'm looking for buys throughout the day. If I'm to sell, I would sell when this price goes back to my entry, which is this one here. During New York session, if we come back to this zone, I'll be looking for sales then, not now. So thank you so much. I hope everything is well on your side.
There we go. Beautiful stuff there, Chad. Yeah, so just from my side, having a look here at gold quickly. Iron 2000 absolutely doing numbers here on gold this morning, catching the buys, a little bit of a buy, and then those sells also coming at the end there. Someone asking me if I would take these sells. The reason for me, I'm going to say no, I wouldn't take it now, is purely because if we look here on the 1 hour, we are trading here. Yes, we are still breaking lower on the R1. On the 30-minute, obviously we are seeing that start to slow down, and the problem for me is 10:30, you kind of are getting to the end of a session. So that volume is going to come low and lower and lower. And the big thing, remember, we spoke about was that EQ kind of level of this candle. So we kind of have got past that now, but that can be retested in this weekly R1. We can see something of this basically just ranging here now until we see volume coming to the markets again. So personally, to have that volume jump off, if you were in the trade, I don't see anything wrong with it. I'd still say you can hold. But personally, I'm not going to scale in over there. I'm rather going to wait to see what happens. And then at the same time, with US 30 and those things, see what happens into the New York session. Because as we say, the ideas are there now. What happens now going into the end of today, if we get volume in the pairs, can be continuation plays where we can almost hold these positions. So I'm not going to be against them, but we're just going to see how we can manage them, what can we do with them, and take it from there. But Chad, absolutely awesome one. Bonang, thank you as always for joining me here today. Chad,
Welcome.
don't go and give back those unnecessary profits. If you guys made some, don't go give back to the markets. If you're in those certain trades, you guys know how to manage them. And we're going to see you guys a little bit later for the New York session. And then also just quickly there on 4 Thunder. My brother, we love you as well, but the big man with the boiled eggs and these Jojo tank will be back sooner than you guys know. We nearly finished up with all the stuff behind the scenes, so he'll definitely be back. But Chad, as always, take care of yourselves. We're going to see you guys a little bit later. Peace and love, baby. Cheers.
Salute. Sam, you win. Beautiful. Yes.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear, like an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun, running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running low.